or expectations? Yeah.
All right, guys. So my name's Jono, and this is Jess, and we're from Breens Intermediate. We went into this project not really sure as to what was going to come out of it, to be honest, but really excited because I've known Tim for a few years now and know that he very much thinks outside of the box and has student welfare very much at the forefront of anything that he does. Last year we attended the first workshop at Abenhead School, and we looked at active participate. From that, it was a great day. Lots of interesting things coming out of it, and lots of activities and resources as well. And we took it back to Breens and had a wee look at what we're doing. So I'll pass over to Jess, and she'll just explain what she did with her group.
Brilliant. So with Active Participate, which was the first unit we did at Breens, basically we just tried to get the kids involved in as many of those activities and games as possible. That's where we started. Both of us did it with our own classes first, and then we did a bit of a combination to try and extend some of the kids in a branch out program. So for kids from all over the school, we worked with them a lot around the whole order and getting them to reflect a lot on how they were going and how their progress in physical education was going. Do you know anything else we did there?
Yeah, so I mean, with our branch out program, what we found was we still had a high buy-in from the physical sporty kids because they saw this was a chance to take part in some physical activity. But it was also really pleasing to see some other kids push themselves and give things a go. And they were the kids that probably got the most out of it overall. So it was really giving them freedom to explore what it was that they were doing, and to be able to make some decisions and ask questions around the quality or the effectiveness of the activities that they're taking part in. So it was really, really successful, particularly from the point of view of allowing some of those non-sporty physical sort of students to still participate and to enjoy that participation at the level that they were at. This year we moved through into looking at Active Improve, which was the second unit that we did. Again, we had a whole day workshop at Bishopdale School and then down at Bishopdale YMCA. Again, lots of fun, lots of good games being played and lots of good resources coming out of it. I took the Active Improve and used it with a group of 23 students, known as our Special Interest Group or SPIN group. It seemed like an ideal opportunity. Unfortunately, again, the students I was really wanting to target, those non-physical sporty kids, they opted into other things and predominantly still got a large amount of those sporty students. However, it was quite good because we were able to break down some skills. We played did a few of the different activities. And then from there, they kept a log or a journal of the different things that they'd done. They were able to isolate a skill in particular that they really wanted to work on. And there was quite a wide range between some throwing and catching type activities to juggling to even a group who wanted to learn how to ride a unicycle because we'd just got some unicycles in at school. They spent 3 weeks practicing those skills and seeking feedback around what it was that they were doing. And again, that feedback allowed them to continue to improve and to get better at the skill. In the final couple of weeks of the unit, what we did was that we then got together in groups and they came up with a team skill that they wanted to work on, and again they were able to reflect and get some feedback around the progress that they were making there. Overall, it was really, really positive. The kids really enjoyed the different nature of being able to try some different skills and to take part in some different activities. So thanks, Tim.
Anything else? Yeah, I was just going to add about my 2 groups. So I had the opportunity to run this program with 2 different groups. The first one, just due to time constraints, didn't probably go quite as well. Just like Jono, it was more the extension type kids that opted into that program. The second time round was with my own class, which meant that I could see the kids who usually have not such a great attitude towards physical education, their attitude really shifted. And they were opting into things that they were interested in, so handball and football crosses and things that they were already interested in themselves, and then saw a real improvement in those skills, and they were able to break them down a lot more as well, which is important because it's probably something that they wouldn't otherwise be exposed to.
All good. You know that the effective pedagogy stuff in the curriculum and what you think of as good teaching practice. Was there anything that actually you think, yeah, we did that way more than we would have normally?
I think definitely around reflection.
Yeah.
There's a lot more reflection that went on, and allowing the kids to make a lot more choice around what sorts of activities that they actually wanted to do and to improve on. And I guess with the reflection came a lot of feedback, and that certainly made the students feel a lot more valued around what they were doing. It was a lot more specific as far as what they needed to work on and where to go to next.
Yeah. The written reflection wasn't so tedious for them either, because we were having those conversations all the time throughout their lessons and unit that by the time they came to write it down, that was just part of it, and it was quite easy for them.
Does anyone want to ask anything before we push stop? It's probably not necessary, but breens seem to have. You guys have done a real good job, I reckon. I didn't realise actually the number of kids you actually had in front of you. Because when I started looking at about 70. How big's your school?
280.
Yeah, so you actually dealt with almost maybe a quarter of your school that probably were in front of you at some point. So, hooray! All right, let's push stop, and we'll hear from anyone else who wants to go next. You don't have to talk to